Good afternoon, Mr. Bray. So we're out on a little trip out, something a little bit different today. Something I've not really filmed before or shown on the channel. Used to do a lot of it when I did photography, but it's an open day and we came to have a look. Giggleswick Chapel. There we go. Never been inside. Apparently it's really nice. There's loads of frescoes and paintings and stuff, so we'll get some film. We'll have a little look around. I'll see you in there. So you can just hear that, they're playing the organs. So, the architect for this building was T.G. Jackson, and the benefactor was Walter Morrison of Tarn House in Malon. He wanted to do something good for his country, he had a lot of money, and he benefacted a chapel to the school of Giggleswick, employed one of the more well-known architects of his time, and yeah, this is what came up with. And he was that well disposed of money that he actually paid for the dome as well, that went over the top. If he was a little bit poorer, or should I say if he didn't have that much money, he wouldn't have gotten that, but because he was so well off, he paid for the dome. Anyway, let's get in, let's have a look. Let's go right up to the dome.
Up to
Bell tower.
Yeah.
We'll have to go up there. Just a bit rickety. John's inspecting his ladders. So, as a day job, he works for a ladder company, and that's one of the ones he inspects. He actually comes here every 6 months. You can't really see much from down there, can you? So, we're just behind the organ here now, but you can't really see much from this side, so we'll go around. But yeah, there's a spiral staircase. Takes you all the way up. Presume to the bell tower. I'm not sure you're allowed up there though. Victoria.
In a car, what? Didn't say anything, no. 1950.
So, Walter Morrison, the benefactor, asked for the dome to be fitted and paid that little bit extra as he was touring the Middle East and around Italy. He saw how domed buildings and domed churches sat on the hillsides and how they dominate the landscapes, and he gave it that grand, a more grander feel. So, a little bit about the stained glass. This one here on the east side, I believe it is, indicates creation. It is Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. And underneath, it's the ocean, and they've got lots of fish in there and animals. I can see cows, kangaroos, rhinoceros, foxes. I can see pelicans, bears, elephants. They've got the sun and the moon, and all different kinds of flora and fauna. It's really nice. And this one is King Henry VI, I believe, with Mary underneath, little baby Jesus, all his cohorts. Now there is one window missing, which is this one here. You can't see, it's been taken down for conservation because this side of the building gets all the weathering. It gets battered by the wind and the rain just because of its position in the landscape. It's quite open outside. We'll do some panning shots outside and I'll show you the architecture. But yeah, it's out for conservation. Should be back by next Easter, but they're not really expecting it back that soon. So overall, built for the Queen Victoria, that is, built and commissioned to commemorate a jubilee. And if you see just behind me up there, you can actually see a statue of Queen Victoria and King Henry VI in situ. Oh, I can see, yeah, it was all built to commemorate the jubilee because he loved his country so much. He benefacted it. So let's go outside now and have a look about. So it is open daily if you want to come. It's open from 9 till 5, but you have to normally go to the school to collect the key. So ring ahead first and just let them know that you're on your way. They give you a little key and you can enter the chapel and photograph and film. You can see how it's just built straight on the bedrock, straight like a big outcropping. So we're just going to go and have a look at the gatehouse now, which was built around the same time. And we'll try and get a little shot of it from up on the hill for a thumbnail. And that's pretty much been Giggles at School. I'll see what else there is to film, and I'll bring you back if it's interesting. So we're just having a little walk around the grounds. Got to look at the old cricket pavilion. And they used to do a race here from the main school. Sorry if you can hear me. Windy where I am. Yeah, I first ran in 1908. 31.25 miles. And they ran that race up until 2018. They modified it slightly so it didn't go as far. But it went over all kinds of terrain and rough ground. 31.25 miles. And that was just a local school race for young boys. Crazy. Well, it's crazy to me. I don't know if it's crazy to you, but I presume these people would have been used to it. They'd have been 18 Dales on foot and up the fells and down the hills. Walter Morrison, the very same, educated at Eton and Balliol College, Oxford. Yeah, so he did go to Europe and the Far East. Supporter of women's suffrage and the cooperative movement. And he also founded a school in Malhamdale. Quite a prominent man. So just here, guys, what looks like an original well. Let's see if I can squeeze the camera in and have a look here. Yeah, there we go. You see down there, into the bedrocks. Yeah, so these limestone outcrops, riddled with little caves and little holes, and some of them do gather water, so it's a good source. And obviously it's clean, filtered through the bedrocks. I used to work at a pub above Keighley that filtered their water from an underground cave about 250 feet down. It used to freeze every winter, so we have to buy the bottled water in. But yeah, interesting way of gathering water. Right, I think that's it from me, guys. This has been Giggle at School. I've been Lancashire lad. And you've been fantastic for watching this video. We'll get out with John again sometime soon. We found a new tip, so get out digging, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra.